Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to 22 News at 4. I'm Heath Galb. We'll get to your 4 at 4 in just a moment. But first, look at your commuter traffic and weather. 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapp is here with us in studio. Brian, how are the roads looking with that tie that has more than a glint of orange in it?
Yeah, this is actually a Barry Krieger hand-me-down. Oh. When Barry retired, he goes, "Hey, dude, I've got a bunch of orange ties. You want some?"
Oh. And now you wear one every Friday.
Every Friday.
Now, am I ever going to get a Brian Lapis hand-me-down?
You know what? It's entirely possible. If you're still here when I retire, we'll do an exchange.
Well, I'll hold you to that.
Well, that's a good-looking tie, too.
This is nice. It was a gift from my mother, Lisa Dawn Kalb. She's a great mom.
With a glint of orange, no less, on a Friday.
It does have a glint of orange, even though I'm not a Syracuse alum.
It's too bad.
Yes.
Anyway,
let's get to the
take a look
traffic.
at, what is the Stony Creek mascot?
Stony Brook.
Stony Brook. Why do we say Stony Creek?
I don't know. Well, I am an alum of Stony Brook University, and we were the Seawolves.
That's right.
It's not a real thing. Oranges, on the other hand, are real. They're a fruit. Citrus, love it. Let's get to the traffic, Brian.
Traffic is green, which is great. We've got no traffic problems on the Pike, either east of the Connecticut River or west of the Connecticut River. I-91 north and southbound is also looking very good. 291 and 391 are fine. It is a warm and humid day. We've had a little sunshine come out. Let's take a look at temperatures now. 85 Springfield and Westfield, 83 Greenfield, Orange, and Northampton, and plenty of humidity. Take a look at our dew points. We very rarely get into the 77-degree dew point range here in the valley, but here it is, and 74 dew point at Springfield, Greenfield 75, oppressive humidity out there, and as a result, we have some showers. The good news is that we have not seen any lightning in these downpours. The not so great news is that there's a lot of rain in these downpours, so if you have outdoor plans for this afternoon or early this evening, keep an eye on the radar on the 22 News app, and you should be able to stay 1 or 2 steps ahead of this rain. We've got more showers on the way in here for tomorrow. We'll track it with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast. Now back to Heath and his very attractive tie.
Thank you, Brian. A woman is dead and 2 more people were injured after a shooting in the south end of Springfield early this morning. Springfield Police spokesperson Ryan Walsh said it happened at the intersection of Oswego and Niagara Streets just before 1 this morning. When officers arrived, they found a woman suffering from a gunshot wound. She was taken to the hospital where she later died. Police say additional male victims were also found with minor injuries. This is an ongoing investigation. A man from Enfield is being held on a $1 million bond after police say a road rage incident escalated to gunfire Wednesday. Police say they got a call for shots fired just before midnight on Freshwater Boulevard. After the call, they located a suspect in Ganny Terrace and pulled him over, arresting 44-year-old Peter Smario III of Enfield. He now faces a list of charges, including criminal possession of a firearm and attempted assault. Enfield police say he's being held on a $1 million bond, and he was scheduled to appear in court this morning. Hurricane Beryl made landfall this morning on Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula as a Category 2 storm. Forecasters anticipate Beryl to leave the Yucatan and move back over water, where it will regain some of its strength before making second landfall on the Gulf Coast near the Mexico-Texas border later this weekend. Hurricane Beryl already claimed 11 lives as it swept across the Caribbean. The storm broke records as the earliest Category 5 storm in the Atlantic. If you missed any events yesterday, don't worry. 4th of July celebrations will continue all weekend long. Tonight and tomorrow in Agawam, the fireworks at Six Flags continue. They shoot off at 9:30 both nights. And in Greenfield, the city has postponed their annual celebration to Sunday, July 7th at Beacon Field. The festivities will start at 4 p.m. with a fireworks show at 9:35. Now let's get another check of today's weather with my good buddy, 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis. Brian, you were checking over the humidity and rain earlier, and I know the term you like to use is oppressive.
Yeah.
It was oppressive outside.
Very sweaty day today.
Yeah.
And that will continue, we expect, through the end of the weekend. Let's take a look at our 22 News Storm Team Skycast now. And you can see here we've got showers and a couple of downpours in here through early evening. So again, if you have outdoor plans, keep an eye on the radar on the 22 News app for your mobile device. That should keep you a couple of steps ahead of whatever downpours are headed our way. We're looking at minimal chances for thunder and lightning early this evening, but there still is that chance. So again, be ready to get inside quickly. 9 o'clock, we're dry. Mostly dry here through the mid to late evening hours, and most of the overnight hours are dry. However, as we get things started here tomorrow morning, a little wave of showers comes through, say between 7 and 10 a.m. Then some sunshine at noontime, and then the clouds fill back in with some scattered showers and thunderstorms here tomorrow afternoon and early tomorrow evening. Sunday looks like a dry day, but still warm and humid. We'll show you tonight on TV on 22 News at 5.
Trending today, the job report for the month of June was released today. According to the Labor Department, the economy has added 206,000 jobs, but unemployment inched above 4% for the first time in 2 years. Experts say the numbers show a somewhat hotter hiring, but still a slowdown since May, which had an additional 218,000 jobs. The U.S. labor market has been predicting a sharper pullback, but instead, more people need a job as places slow down their hiring. The unemployment rate sits at 4.1%, the highest rate since November of 2021. And one of the most eye-catching parts of Major League Baseball's All-Star Week is taking shape in Arlington, Texas. Crews are hustling to build the Capital One All-Star Village in between Choctaw and Eastport Stadium. Nearly 650,000 baseball fans are expected for MLB All-Star Week, which begins July 12th and wraps up with the big game on Tuesday, July 16th. Now for a look at what we're working on for 22 News starting at 5. Springfield Mayor Sarno meets with city officials to provide updates about the vacant Vibra Hospital site, find out what changes they plan to make. And people are starting to cut back on using self-checkout. We have the reason why, plus see how the families in Western Massachusetts are impacted by Hurricane Beryl.
One last look at traffic. We're looking good. The Mass Pike is flowing freely here from Blandford to Palmer. Good shape there, and not seeing any significant delays on I-391 or 291, and I-91 from Longmeadow into Hampshire County also looking fine. There could be a few downpours here this afternoon that may slow things down a bit. We'll track that rain potential on 22 News at 5.
Thank you for joining me and Brian Lapis this afternoon for 22 News at 4. Join us tonight for more fun tonight on TV starting at 5. You can get all your local news and weather updates anytime on wwlp.com and always the 22 News mobile app.